Okay, good morning 10th standard. So today we are going to finish up with our chapter, that is chapter number 3, political parties. The last topic, that is reformation in political parties. What kind of changes we have to do in political party, that we are going to study. So in this chapter what we have covered: first, definition of political party we have done, component of political party also we have done, importance and function, that is very important question for 5 marks. So please go through the book and the refresher if you are having it, or the notes which I have provided you. Third is the next is the necessity of political party, or the need for political party. The next is types of party, that is different types, one party, two party and the multi party. उसके merits और demerits दोनों ही आपको याद करना है. Then national and state party. State party next topic. उसके बाद types of national party, criteria for election commission to make it a national or a state party, and rule of opposition, challenges of political party. Yesterday only we have finished this topic, and now the last one is reformation of political party. Basically this is also an important question: challenges, reformation and function. These are 3 important questions for 5 marks of this chapter. So what are the reformation which we have to do in political party? First is anti-defection law. Anti-defection law basically is that after coming to a party we cannot change the party. If you are changing our party, we will lose our seat. For example, if somebody is from one party, okay, now he is at post of MP, now he want to change the party, he want to go to some other party, so the seat which he is having, that is MP, जब वो नेक्स्ट पार्टी में जाता है तो उसको नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन कंडक्ट करवाना पड़ेगा, और उसमें वो बने या ना बने वो डिक्लेयर्ड नहीं है, वो MP बनेगा भी नहीं, वो भी पता नहीं है, so वो अपनी सीट खो देगा. दैट इज़ एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ. In this law, the MPs and MLAs cannot change party after the election. According to this law, if any MP or MLA, changing the party, he or she lose the seat in the legislature. So that is why it is done, so that nobody can change his seat. Now MPs and MLAs have to accept whatever the party leaders decide. They have to listen to the leader of their party. So this is the first point, that is anti-defection law. The second one is affidavit. Everybody who is there in the party has to give the details of his property. So it is mandatory for every candidate who contests election to file an affidavit giving details of his property, criminal cases pending against him. He has or she has to put everything to the election commission, that what he is having, that is called the affidavit. The next point, number 3, is income tax return. The election commission passed an order making it necessary for political parties to hold their organization election and file their income tax returns. Means they have to pay the income tax. It's not that if they are elected as a minister they will not do that, they have to do it. So election commission keep all these things in record ki yes, that person who is contesting an election should give all his detail to him. And the fourth one is the women reservation. Earlier, as you know, that women were not given opportunity to participate. So in local government also, as the state and the central government elections also. So slowly the feminist movements, because of that they are raising that the women should also give the opportunities to say what he is facing, the problems which they are going through. So it should be a mandatory for a party to give 1/3 of the party tickets to the women candidates. Now it is there for the central, state and the local bodies, that they have to give a percentage of seats to the women also, so that they can also be the member of the parliament and can share the things which are beneficial for the women. So thus women can take part in decision making bodies of the party. So basically reformation should be on the 4 bases. The first is anti-defection law, the second is affidavit, third is income tax return, and the fourth is women reservation. So now our chapter is complete. Tomorrow with the video I'll be sending you the notes also, and with the 1st of September we are going to revise chapter number 3 again, and from 15th of September we are going to do our last chapter. So 15 days we are just going to revise chapter number 3 only. First you have to show the notes, so please make your notes ready, because maybe on 3rd or 4th I'll be checking your notes on the WhatsApp. Okay, thank you class.